Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Moonbats. I gotta put my car away for the winter, so I'll give you a quick tour because it's winter and things get put away. Alright, here's the side view, as best as I can get in the alley here. Someone did a repaint of this a long time ago, and they did some good Bondo work, and so you can see here that it didn't really do much. So it got some bumps, some scrapes, some holes, you know, whatever. I got this car, and the first time I took it out for a cruise, I disconnected my antenna, and then I lost it on the drive home. So that's pretty fun. Also, this was broken and flipping around. You can kind of see, if you look close here, you can see that it's been flipping around for a while. There's like a little circle of scratches, and so I glued it together crooked because why not? And then it's got some weight reduction, as Vice Grip Garage would call it. Speed holes, that's what I like to call them. But overall, this car is like in solid shape. I had the windows tinted not too long ago because it looks good. Let's see. I painted the rims that were on it. It came with the original classic caps, and so I put those police caps on it. Overall, it's like a super clean car. There's like a couple spots of like where they just did a really bad job repainting it. So there's like all these original colors here, and apparently this original color is kind of rare. So that's pretty neat. But I like this color, so I'm going to be repainting it slowly as I do things. Alright, so I'll bring you inside here. Interior is all original. Looks like that side's a little dirtier on the video. Probably is. I'm not very clean. It could probably stand to be cleaned. I'm putting it away for the winter, so you know, this is where I'm emptying it out, getting it ready. Here we go. I'll show you. I put a stereo in here, but I did it all Bluetooth, so that way I wouldn't have to cut this up, because I wanted to keep this all original. I changed the steering wheel. That was one of the first things I did. And it's got 56,000 original miles, which is pretty chill. I'm into that. Carpet could stand to be replaced. These ugly mats came with it, but the carpet's so torn up over there that I decided to keep it that way. Just until when I got it, it had a leak in the windshield, and so I fixed that over this summer, and so it stopped leaking, and so now I can replace the carpets. But it's still clean. So let's go in the back seat here, where the action happens. Oh, I got some cat litter. I should probably put that away. The package tray in the back, which is usually a thing that cracks and breaks, along with the dash, we're all in good shape. I actually cut some slots into the package shelf because I put in some speakers in this. I put two 6x9s in the back, and then there's a guy who sells a little plate for the front. Let's see if I can show you in here, if you can see it. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. And you can put, it used to be one 6x9 in the front, and he makes a little conversion plate that you can put two 3-inch speakers in there. So that's really good. It's got like good sound. I got some big speakers in the trunk too. So let's go in the trunk. So, trunk, the toolbox and fluids all are over there. Can't have an old car without that. Skateboard, some shoes, because I always stop to skate places, some wax. And then recently I rebuilt the carb, so there's the other carb. There's that Bluetooth amp that I was telling you about to power this ridiculous speaker that a friend gave me, and it shakes the whole damn car, which is great. I'm going to be building a box that's going to slide in under the package shelf there, so that way I get most of my trunk back, because this is a little excessive, but for now it gets the job done. Fuel filter, you know, the necessary thing. Starter fluid. That's why I had to rebuild the car, because it was acting up. These are things that are in old cars. Everything works. That's the original color under there. So I like it. It's a good color. And it's super clean in the back. There's no like real rust. It's got a bit of rust, but nothing like too crazy. The bumpers are one of the things I hate the most about this car. They stick out pretty far. Like they're just like, they're not, it's like an afterthought. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna narrow this bumper by that much on each side. I'm probably gonna narrow it right here, cut it right there, and then tuck it in underneath. You can see at some point someone hit something on this side backing up or rear-ended, because there's a gap over here, but there's no gap over there. I'll probably cut it behind these bumper supports because I kind of like them. They're cheesy, but they're great for it in the city. But the bumper's already pretty scuffed up, so if I cut it under there and then clean it up and clear coat it, it won't look too bad. I think it'll hide where I narrow the bumper down, and then eventually I can get it re-chromed, which will be pretty cool. Let's bring it to the driver's side over here. So these cars, the fun thing is that they only have one mirror, and it's right there. That came with the wrong mirror originally, and it was just like kind of like tapped in with a wood screw, and so it really messed up the paint right there. So I'm gonna have to redo that eventually, and I'll probably touch up all this stuff here along the roof rails. I want to do some sort of thing on the roof of this with paint. It's going to be the original color, which you can see underneath here, and then with this color to kind of like make it fun, make it a little more of a hot rod, make it more like a cruiser. It's got some rust over here, you know, things that whoever, when they repainted this, they just did a terrible job. The thing I really hate is that the previous owner, he leaned in on this car real hard. And so you can see on the sides where he was working on it, and it's all warped and bowed in here. So I just actually found 2 fenders close, about 3 hours away, that I'm going to drive and go pick up. And because I actually drive this car, I replaced the headlights. These are some like almost bolt-in LEDs that really, like, I can drive at night and I can actually see, which is way better than the original halogens. So let's check under the hood. So, it's a Slant 6 car, leaning tower of power. Nothing really like, it's all stock, AC stock, which is cool. It's great for when I'm like driving around and want to do things and be hot, not be hot in the summer. At some point I found another motor, and so I got a new cover for it, which is cool, although it looks like it leaks now, huh? I guess I should probably clean that up. I'm looking for a Super 6 intake, so I can put a 2-barrel carb on it instead of a 1-barrel, because I'm gonna redo the exhaust. It's got a bit of an exhaust leak because whoever did the last exhaust put it too low, so it scrapes anytime you even think about going over a bump. When I get the fenders, I'm gonna pull them off and I'm gonna repaint them, and I'm gonna clean up this engine bay quite a bit when I do that. I don't like, you know, all this rust back here is definitely not good. I want to clean up under the hood, repaint it a little bit, just to like make this thing like last, you know. So that's the dirt. I got this car, I bought it in Maine. I had to actually catch a ride to get there because you know, I can't go in a car to pick up a car, and so I had to hitchhike the last 60 miles to pick it up, which was interesting. I got home, I drove it home, I drove it from Maine all the way home, and I got 30 miles outside of from home, and a transmission line broke on it, and it was Sunday before Labor Day, so I had to call a tow truck. And that's the only time this car's ever left me stranded, but I'm really happy with it. I'm going to be doing some things to it over the next year in the spring, so you're not going to see much of it over the winter. I had originally thought I'd be able to patch these fenders, but I actually just found fenders last night. Maybe I'll do it anyways, because if I don't have enough projects, that's something I can always do. I have a spare fender that I can patch up to like make sure I know what I'm doing. So yeah, that's the Dart. Plans for next summer are to drive it all the way down to New York City and just go for a cruise. Use it for more long distance traveling, because you got cars, you got to use them. So hope you like my car. It's fun, it's cool, it's old. See you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I think that helps the channel get things. I don't know how YouTube works, guys. Help me out here.